Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video you'll see all the weapon options and build options for the Cataphractiii Terminators that came in the Warhammer Horus Heresy Age of Darkness box set. Of all the units that came in the Age of Darkness box set, these Terminators are by far my favourite. They're just brilliant. I really like them. And so in this video I'll be going through the sprue so you can see what's left after building 10 of these, and then I'll also go through the different weapon options, the weapons that are included on the sprues. We'll have a quick look at the instruction booklet, and then I'll show you the models up close at the end. In the box set you're going to get 2 sprues for the Terminators, and each one is going to build 5 Terminators. I went through the sprues in detail during the unboxing video if you want to check that out, but this is what's left over once I've built 2 units. So I built 5 of them with the bolters and the chain fists, and I built 5 with the lightning claws, and they just look awesome. I wasn't going to do lightning claws, I was going to do them all with the chain fists and bolters, but when I saw the lightning claws in here, they look really good, and so I thought I've got to do it. They look fantastic, so I built 5 of each. And then after building those models, I'm left with this much on one sprue, and then just a few pieces left over here as well, a few of the arms that I cut off. And you've got some with the claws there and some just regular power fists. So you've got lots of different options, which we'll go through in a minute. And here on the sprue, you've got the combi bolters here. So you'll get 5 and those 2 go together. Then you've got the lightning claws, you've got the chain fists, and you're going to get the regular power fists. And you've also got access to one of the heavy flamers as well. So for every 5 models, you can build one of them with a heavy flamer. You'll end up with 2 of the chest plates left over, because when you build the Sergeant, their chest plate is slightly different. So here's the Sergeant's one. You can see he's got a little skull there. So he's going to be different to the regular ones who get this like design that you can see on this one. So he'll get the skull, and there'll be 2 of those, 1 on each sprue. So you'll end up with 2 left altogether from both sprues. So quite a few bits here if you want to put them on some other models in other armies, but for me I think these claws look fantastic, and these bits here as well I think really fit in with the whole idea I want to go with either Raven Guard or Dark Angels. If I go with the Raven Wing, for example, I think this will fit in really nicely with all these little bits on the shoulder. So with the shoulder pads on top of that, they just look really cool, so almost like feathers really. So yeah, really nice. It looks great like that. Here's the datasheet, which is also included in the construction booklet. So I've done a separate video on this where you can look at all the datasheets, and it's a shame they have included them in this construction booklet. It would have been nice if they made more of an effort with this, done it separately, maybe on a card. I think that would look really good. But we've got enough rules to be getting on with at least. But here you can see that a unit is going to be 4 Terminators and 1 Terminator Sergeant. So I built 2 5-man units. And then you've got different options here. They're all going to come with combi bolter, power fist, and then the Sergeant can have a power sword, and then they're all going to have the Cataphractiii Terminator armor. So you've got some options to change up some of the weapons though. One of the Terminators can have a heavy flamer. That will cost you 10 points. You can upgrade any of them in the unit. You can change the power fist for a chain fist. So I think that's got to be worth doing. The chain fists are awesome in 40k, so I'm hoping they perform just as well in this. Then you can change the power fist and combi bolter for 2 lightning claws. So that's what I've done on 5 of them here. So they've got the 2 claws. I just think they look so menacing. They look brilliant. So you can do that. That's only going to cost you 5 points. So that's a nice upgrade, and they look good. And then the Sergeant can also change his power sword for a chain fist. And that's what I've done with my Sergeant here. So he's going to have the same as the rest of them in that 5-man unit. And then he can also change to 2 lightning claws too, and he may take a grenade harness for an extra 10 points. To see all the stats for these weapons, you need to go to this section, the armory, and that's going to have everything listed here for the ranged weapons, and then everything here for the melee weapons. So it's a little odd that it's not in the same place. You've got to go back and forth like this. I think it's going to be a lot easier to take this information and write it in here, or get some data sheets online maybe where it's all in one place. I think that might be better. So not the best design, and I think they could certainly have done a better job with this, to be fair. But there it is. You got all the information anyway. When you build your Terminators, you're going to get 5 pages altogether, and very easy to build. I think these are my favourite to build as well. I like them for the unit, I think they're awesome, but to build, they were really nice and straightforward to put together. You're not going to have any variation though. The 5 are going to be in these poses, and then once you've got these poses set, you then choose which weapons you're going to give them, and then the heads. You don't get an awful lot to choose from where the heads are concerned. There's a couple left over here from one sprue, and there was a couple on the other one as well. And so I've gone for all proper helmets though. I don't want to see any of the faces for these ones, and they're going to be a few choices, so not an awful lot there. You've also got these little shields that go on the front, so you can pop those on, and they're only giving you enough for the amount of models. So although it looks like there's a choice, you just put one on each of them. And then here you've got your sergeant and the various builds. So it looks cool with a sword, but I had to go with the chain fist and the lightning claws, I think, for him. And then once you go over here, you've got the flamer, how to put that together, and then your different terminators. So you've got all the 5 different poses and the ways to put them together. So pretty straightforward, really easy to build, not too fiddly, and yeah, out of all of them, these were definitely the best ones. I'm really happy how these turned out. I think having the 2 different squads is going to be fun to try some different things out in gameplay. But as I found out last night, actually, from a friend at the local game store where we play each week, he's told me that I can use them as the relic terminators in 40k. So that's going to be perfect. So these are going to fit right in. There's the one with the flamer, so you can have a look. So these are going to be great for 30k and 40k. And then we've got this guy as well. Really nice. So there we are. So hopefully that's given you a good idea about what you can do with the kit included. You're not going to get an awful lot of weapon choices here, but I think it's enough to get going with and build a couple of really interesting squads to play with. And I think they just look really good. So there we go. I've put loads of videos on the channel now for the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness box set. Unboxing, looking at the book, doing an overview of that, looking at the data sheets included here and also the reference sheet, and then I'm doing this for all the units included in the box set too. So that's all available on the channel if you'd like to check it out. And if you wanted to order yourself a copy of the Age of Darkness box set, I'll put links in the description below that will take you to Element Games and Wayland Games, and there you can save up to 20% on the retail price. So you can get this box set for a great price, and what's included is just awesome. I hope you found the video helpful, and so if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too, so you can join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.